Hey, what's going on, everybody? This video is a list of my personal top 5 favorite starting base locations in 7 Days to Die, the console edition. We'll be using the basic Navis game map here. I have personally set up camp, lived, and built bases at each of the locations that'll be on this list. If you like this kind of content, please leave a like and subscribe. We definitely got a lot more coming to you. Alright, let's get into it. Starting off the list at number 5 is this 2-story home that comes with a forge. There are a couple of these located on the map with the same setup. I usually don't use this as a horror base. I primarily use it as a living quarters and a place to store all my resources. Most of the time if I'm living here, I'll build a horror base close to the property to defend. There's a forge by the front entrance, there's a bar in the kitchen, and a bathroom around the corner. If you go upstairs, you'll find a bedroom. You'll usually find some water, beer, or coffee in the kitchen when raiding a place. Also, having a forge early game is clutch and it's definitely a big help. I've usually built a fence around the house and added some spikes to keep the danger away. Coming in at number 4 is the military barracks. This is one of the more horror-ready locations on the map. There's a high wall that surrounds the entire area. The wall is made of concrete, so it's pretty sturdy and can take a good amount of damage. Raiding this place will get you some great loot. I actually prefer to live here, so I usually make a horror base on a flat surface on a road that's not too far away. There are also some really nice high vantage points inside the area, so you can see far and wide and defend yourself from a distance. Coming in at the number 3 spot is the bomb shelters that are found around the map in Navis game. There are a couple of these in different locations around the map. You'll find them attached to different POIs. There are 2 in particular that I usually use. One is located in a small shed attached to a fenced-in backyard. The entrance to the bomb shelter is located inside the shed. Below ground, you'll find a decent-sized open space with a couple rooms attached. You got a bedroom, a kitchen, a locker room, things like this. Here I usually live below ground and set up the horror base in the backyard. The other location is found inside a well in the backyard of a small home. Inside is a similar setup as the other bomb shelter. Your bedrooms, your locker rooms, so on and so forth. Coming in at the number 2 spot is the information centers. These are located at several places all around the map. There are 2 particular locations that are usually set up by. Both of these are located close to traders and neighborhoods, so both spots are great for resource gathering and for selling and buying things. I live at this place a lot, but I've also used it as a horror base as well. There are multiple ways for you to enter the building. If you go up top, you enter into a room with a big open space. There's a couch, a chair, and a table in here. In the background, there's a freezer and refrigerator, and you got some sinks and cabinets. These are great storage areas that are used to separate items. Downstairs, there's a big open space as well with 2 rooms behind doors. Behind one of those doors is a gun safe, and behind the other is a cooler and some lockers. This POI has so much versatility. It's already great as a storage base, but there's just so many different things that you can do to it, and so many ways that you can fortify it to make it a great horror base as well. And coming in at the number 1 spot, you have the Farmhouse. The Farmhouse is just great, man. This place is even more versatile than the information center. There are so many different things that you can do with this place. The barn is definitely where I would recommend setting up as your horror base if you want to stay close between the existing POIs. Sometimes I'll build a horror base on a flat ground that's right outside the cornfield that's to the west of the house. But there's just so many different things that you can do here with spikes and catwalks and different things like that. I'll usually set up a catwalk that connects the shed close to the barn and connects the barn to the farmhouse. The farmhouse is usually used as a resource base. There's a small room in the basement that I usually set up in. There's a gun safe that is already in this room. Inside the farmhouse, you still have an attic that you can use as well if you like to set up there. This is definitely the GOAT POI in this version of the game. There are so many different creative setups that you can build here that's very conveniently located. It's close to traders, a place to get water, neighborhoods, and pretty much everything else that you might need. If you like these kind of videos, please leave a like and subscribe so that you can see what we got cooking up. We're going to be doing more lists like these tips and tricks videos, and definitely more game reviews. All right, until next time, we're out. Peace.